So the question goes for the T6 educational issue reading post. What do you believe will be an appropriate curriculum and assessment for students in K through 12 schools? So after reading the articles presented in this lesson, along with the curriculum theory assessment by Michael Skyro, I have came to the conclusion that the most appropriate curriculum and assessment that will be more helpful for students in school grades K through 12 would be a learner-centered ideology. Skyro presented in the article Curriculum Theory Edition 2, Chapter 1, page 5, 2013, that the learner idealist is formulated by understanding the schools and that schools should be enjoyable places and an environment that allows students the ability to develop naturally, and the education is the growth of the individual. And individuals are likely to embrace their uniqueness, intellectual, and social attributes. After all, potential growth relies on the individual and how they retain information in their own way. Everyone is unique in how they learn, and it helps us differentiate our way of understanding and our way of learning through social interactions, and ultimately make decisions in life moving forward through our experiences. I would also like to include that having varying learning personalized through the educator could be helpful for students that are being taught. As mentioned in the article, one standardized test providers look to gaining and personalized learning to innovative exams by Jeannie Abu, 2018, suggests that New York students, about 200,000 in grades 3 through 8, decline after taking standardized exams. So Joanne Gorin, Vice President of Research at ETS, decided to outline the hearing of how assessments are actually detaching students from what they actually learn in the classroom in a way that it's a way that disregards what they are learning and implementing in schools versus aligning to what students are actually learning and how it is basically standardized through testing. So looking at the article, A History of Achievement Testing in the United States, or Explaining the Persistence of Inadequacy by Ethan Hutt and Jackson Snyder, discussed the overall evolution of how curriculums for education institutions were influenced throughout the course of centuries. So Hutt and Snyder, given the contingent nature of history, in which the smallest events cannot be completely discounted, explains their statement of believing the four principles, tax-supported system, Mercalf system, and decentralized system play key factors in reasonings behind standardized tests and how it is very important in America. There is some truth behind what they claim, as it focuses on the score rather than the innovative, diverse mindset of the students. So both Snyder and Hutt believe that how students perform on the tests is ultimately their knowledge level, which in all cases not necessarily. Feel as though the standardized tests do not signify and grasp the understanding of students and how capable they are of learning material presented in the classroom. Lastly, I'm reviewing Jennifer Parks' article, A Nation at Risk, 2004. Parks identifies national educational crisis and how politicians cover up problems deeply embedded within the education system. Parks states that the manufacturer crisis, David Berner and Bruce Brittle, helped nobly link between students' achievement to the national economy, and how not every accommodation was made within the report, but some changes did occur for the challenges associated in the educational system. Which brings me back to my question of why I chose learner's ideology viewpoint, because in a way, how the manufacturer crisis and individualism thinking ultimately affected the educational curriculum, society ultimately helps influence our understanding of education. So schools should place more of innovative thinking on our unique intellectual and social attributes, because not one person thinks identically as another person.